Hello and welcome to another small game Let's Play. I'm doing this one basically as part of a series for a bundle that will be live at the time of posting. The bundle is the Gender Constellation Bundle for 2024. The link to purchase it on itch.io will be in the description of this video. Full disclosure, I do have a couple games in the bundle itself, but this one I'm about to play is not one of mine because I felt weird about just Let's Playing something I'd made regardless. Please do check out the bundle, support the devs, not just me. Whether you purchase it or comment, rate it, review it, anything to spread it, share it, helps a lot for just even the visibility of these games that they're not easy for people to find, even if they would enjoy them. But with all that preamble, let's get started with this game. Today we're going to be playing Assemblage of Angels, which was an entry for the 2020 spring thing, an interactive fiction kind of game jam / competition, but as far as I haven't done it myself, but as far as I can gather, not like an intense competition, more just like a hey, let's all put stuff in, and there's I think some voting and stuff. So let's jump right in. Sunlight streams in through the cracks in the curtains. There is a warm presence beside you, still asleep. You are filled with a sense of divinity, just as well. Today you are going to build an angel. Get up already. You carefully slide out of bed, careful not to wake her, and creep out to your workshop. Paper covers every visible inch of your workspace. Equations and diagrams tacked to the walls, discarded prototypes scrunched up in the corner, and on the floor, a single sheet outlining your final plan. This is how you'll do it. Paper won't get you far though. You need to head into the city and pick up your materials. I love this swelling effect. According to your plans, you need 3 things to build an angel: bones for the wings, muscles to move them, a heart to power them. You've found sources for each. All that remains is to collect them. Who will you visit first? The smith, the tanner, or the doctor? So I want to guess. Bones for the wings is the smith. Muscle to move them must be the tanner then, and a heart is the doctor. Well, the heart's got to be last. Yeah, no, I think it does need to be bone, muscle, heart, which I think is the order they're appearing in. You hear the sounds of the smithy long before it comes into your view. It sits like a squat dragon, smoke billowing out of every orifice. A soot-stained apprentice eyes you suspiciously as you approach. You suppose you don't quite fit in here the way you once did. I'm here to pick up an order, you say, and her expression changes immediately. Is Giles in? Yes'm. I'll get him for you. He doesn't keep you waiting long. You're mad. Good to see you too, Giles. Yeah. He claps you on the shoulder. But you are. I'm gonna go with I know. I know. He nods, satisfied. Wouldn't be a law of nature left standing if you and Damien had your way, huh? You pout. Leave Damien alone. His research is perfectly law of nature abiding. And yours isn't? He raises an eyebrow when you don't reply. Well, whatever. Your stuff's out back on the wagon. You gonna be okay to get it home? I don't live that far away, and don't you have a job to be doing? He scowls at you. It's almost comforting in its familiarity. You're gonna hurt yourself carrying all these burdens one day, and you're not to come complaining to me. That was almost poetic, Giles. Fuck. Don't tell Damien. I'll never hear the end of it. Giles takes your hand in front of his. But I mean it. You know where I am. We've lost enough already. You close your eyes. For a moment, you contemplate it. It's too risky, but alright, I promise. You'd better. The wagon is, as promised, extremely heavy. It'll be a long journey home, but it's for the best. Where next? So I've been to the smith, time for the tanner. You hold your scarf over your nose as you step inside the tannery. A bright, cheerful bell jingles over the door to herald your arrival. Coming! A sing-song voice calls out from somewhere in the back. Just me, Evie. Eh? Who's that then? There's a loud rustling as Evie pushes her way through the racks of animal skins. She looks you up and down, brows creased in confusion. It takes a good minute of studying your face before her eyes light up in recognition. Avery? Valerie, you correct, with a wry smile. Right, yes, of course, your letters. Do forgive me, dearest. Come here. She envelops you in a warm, pillow-soft hug. It's good to see you. You're looking so well. I do worry about you too, you know. You don't need to worry. I appreciate it. Or, telling someone they don't need to worry never works. You've got to deflect if you're going to do that. So, how are things here? Oh, same as ever, same as ever. Never see the twins anymore, mind you. Too busy with the fine life. Damien does send the odd care package, though, so I can't be too angry with him. She presses a kiss to your forehead before pulling away. But you didn't come here to listen to me ramble. She lifts the paper-wrapped package into your arms like a mother with a child. Just like you asked. You don't half know how to ask the impossible of someone, mind. Thank you, Evie. You cradle it to your chest. It'll hold? Tested it myself. She grins and pats her belly. You've got nothing to worry about. Now get gone. I've got work to do before opening time. You politely pretend not to notice her voice cracking just as she ignores the tears welling in your eyes as you leave. So time for the doctor. You attract a few glances in this part of town, some curious, some hostile. You become acutely aware of the ladders in your tights, the almost worn through elbows of your jacket. Grimacing, you hurry your steps. Every door on this street is painted the same inoffensive off-white to match their pale ivory houses. Your destination is the single exception. Deep vermilion with an ostentatious lion head knocker. Okay, I've got to knock out a pattern. A few moments pass. There is a rustling sound, then the rattle of a chain unlocking, and then the door flings wide open in front of you. Val! He wraps his arms tight around you, squeezing the air from your lungs. Come in, come in! You look well. Oh. Okay, I'm going to say because of you to the doctor. You gotta compliment someone's work. His eyes soften. It's my pleasure. I just wish I could spend more time refining it. But you know how it is. You don't, but you nod anyway as he leads you through the cramped hallways, occasionally stopping to shove a sheaf of paper aside with his foot. Sorry for the mess. Don't have much time to clean these days. Here we are. With a flourish, he sweeps open a door. After you. In the center of the room, something lies shrouded in fabric. You step forward, reverent, and kneel. Its shroud is heavy in your hands. You lift it up and away and press your fingers to its core. It begins to breathe. You sense Damien hovering behind you. Is it the right one? Yes, you say quietly, watching the beautiful motion of its valves. It's perfect. A moment of hesitation, of hesitant silence. Will it work? Oh, this is... Any time there's an option that has lie in brackets, it's so tempting, and I've got to pick this one. I'm sure of it. He laughs softly. I look forward to it then. Between the two of you, you manage to carry the device back outside and hail a hansom cab. Damien carelessly shoves a wad of cash into the driver's hands. He catches your gaze and looks away sheepish. If you ever need help, they do treat me well, he admits. Okay, I misunderstood for a moment when it revealed the doctor's name was Damien, that I thought Damien was a separate person. Maybe that is what this is. I think I maybe just slightly lost the thread. I should hope so. You're a good doctor. He snorts and shakes his head. They're afraid of me. This, he gestures vaguely to the house, is to keep me sweet. Which is why you can't be seen helping me. You shoo him away with a faint smile. Go on, I'll be in touch. He squeezes your hand one last time. You'd better. The vermilion door closes behind him, and he's gone. It's all here now. You just have to assemble it. You work, as you always do, with a single-minded focus. The leather is supple under your fingers, the metal feather-light and thin as silk. Muscles connect to joints, stretching with each whirring heartbeat. Finally, you sit back on your haunches. Sunset glows through the window. Everything is as you calculated. You carry it outside and turn it on. It flaps pitifully, struggling against gravity. You grit your teeth and switch it off. Your knees hit the soft grass and then your palms. It is not enough. But you knew that from the start. Human hands alone cannot create an angel. That's just common sense. You need divine intervention. Worship went out of fashion decades ago, crushed in the gears of industry. Most temples were converted into community halls or workshops or left to rot. This one is the last in the city of its kind. You finding it was sheer luck, or maybe a blessing. The air is still and cold. You keep the weight on the balls of your feet, trying to muffle the sound of your uncertain steps. The altar is empty but for 2 plates, one covered in wax, the other with ash. I don't know if this is a real choice, but I'm going with ash. A scrap of paper tinted the faintest blue, your wish inked as neatly as you could manage. You place it atop the ashes, where so many others have done the same. Then wax. For a wish granted, a white candle is best, so they say. You set it down on the wax-covered plate. Light it up. A bell rings. You drop the paper. You look up. There is a girl in the doorway. She tilts her head at you, curiosity bright in her dark eyes. I haven't seen you here before. I haven't been here before, you say. She laughs. The sound echoes. People only get faithful when they want something. It's always the same. You are frozen in place as she walks towards you, the bells on her shoes tinkling with every step. She reaches past you towards the still warm ash and shakes her head fondly shakes her something fondly as she traces her fingers through it. And it is always for love. She takes her ash-smeared fingers and presses one to the end of your nose. There will be a price. You understand? You manage a nod. There is always a price. She smiles. Good. I won't charge it now. One day, maybe many years from now, I'll come calling. For now, you should go home. Only when she's gone do you find yourself able to move. Your skin tingles where she touched it. You should go home. The moon lights your way home through the woods. As you draw close, the sweet smell of onions cooking fills the air. She smiles brightly up at you as you stand in the doorway. There you are. I was beginning to think I'd have to eat all this by myself. Kiss her. She sighs against your lips. I do wish you'd tell me what you're up to, and it'd better be worth it. I certainly hope so. The two of you share a laugh as you set the table. You shovel the stew down as fast as your stomach will allow. She raises an eyebrow at you. Somewhere to be? You could say that. Do I get to come too? If you're good. I'm always good. She flutters her lashes at you. Come on then. Really? Her eyes light up and she gulps down the last of her food. Yeah, I finished today. You stand and take the handles of her chair. If you're ready. Yes! She claps her hands, then folds them neatly in her lap. Take her outside. The way her hair catches the moonlight takes your breath away. You wheel her to just outside the workshop door and promise you'll only be a moment. The device looks the same as when you left it. It occurs to you briefly that this still may not work. You think of the girl and the ash. You breathe in deeply and carry your work to its intended recipient. What is that? She asks, bemused. I'll show you. Here, give me your arms. You lift her down onto the soft grass. For a moment, you sit there together, arm in arm. You can't read the expression on her face. Gently, gently, you fit the leather straps over her shoulders, around her chest. You shuffle backwards. Try pressing the button. There is a click. A whir of machinery. The unmistakable sound of wings unfurling. The unmistakable sound of wings beating. The unmistakable sound of wings flying. With one great push, she propels upwards, her form sailing between you and the moon. A realization dawns upon you, watching her dart sparrow-like through the air. These are not the clumsy mechanical creations you had stitched together. Whatever that girl did, whoever that girl was, these are angel wings. And Brianna, God's but you love her, is your angel. She glides, wings extended, down towards you. Slow pulsating beats keep her at eye level. Tears stream down her cheeks. Val, she whispers. Thank you. Her forehead touches yours, a gentle, firm pressure, as though it's all that's keeping her grounded. You take her hands in yours. You don't know what to say. Perhaps no more words are needed. Tomorrow morning your work will begin anew, but tonight her arms wrap around your waist, her lips press against your neck, and your feet leave the ground. End. Credits. Images used, engine feathers, diagram of a flying machine straps, and Vitruvian man are all presumably public domain credited things. Oh, that's funny. They just disappear when you click on them. So that was Assemblage of Angels. If you enjoyed, please make sure to go check out the link to the page that's in the video description. Look at other stuff from this creator. Check out the bundle. Leave a comment, leave a review, follow them, look at their other stuff. All good ways to support the creator and see other stuff they're doing. But that's all for this one. Thank you for watching and see you next time.